Well, good evening, all my little bun-buns. Daisy here, feeling rather princessy tonight, and, well, we're gonna have a thoughts video. And, we'll take a little break from, the superhero movies to move on to a cartoon series back from the 80s. Alright, sometimes you have a couple of masked crusaders fighting crime over time. And sometimes make a toy line. A toy line can turn into a TV series. Yep, that's right. It is Mask. This is definitely something from my childhood. No question did I watch this and collect the toys. I had quite a few of them as a kid, and, well, let's just say they are an awesome toy line. Most of them, almost all of them. I can't say every single toy was a winner, but the fact that they were like, they weren't quite G.I. Joe tall guys. They were a little shorter. They only had bend at the legs, and the arms and legs just were on single bend sideways joints. But they put on masks, and they're all wearing like flight suits and stuff, so it's kind of cool. And they had vehicles. Lots of vehicles. It was all about the vehicles. And the vehicles were normal cars and trucks and things that if you hit some release buttons on them, boom, popped open and turned into planes and boats and whatevers. And that was awesome. I mean, you just heard that, and you probably are already sold if you were a kid. And the toy line was huge as far as I remember. I had quite a few pieces. I had some of the original stuff, including the red car with the gull wing doors that turned into wings. That was awesome. I love that one. I had a few other cars. I know one I definitely remember that I loved. That was one of the best presents I ever got. It was a black semi-truck. It was a bad guy one. It was a full-length one. It had the trailer attached. The front flipped down. Seat in the front popped up and turned into like a turret. Some of the containers underneath the trailer popped open to make seats. But the best part was the back of the trailer folded up to become a tower, and there was this big cannon that came out of the middle that shot off a rocket. It was really cool. And I think that one even came with two guys. If I can only put up two fingers. Two guys. Yeah, it was pretty cool. There are lots of neat ones. Motorcycles, cars, trucks, different things that turn into other things like boats or planes or just cars with more guns sticking out than you knew what to do with. But they made a cartoon series to sell toys. That's much of all that it was good for. Now on to the adult eyes looking back at the product that I no longer can just put up nostalgia goggles for. The cartoon wasn't as good as I remembered. Now, trust me, I'm not complaining that my lovely husband got me this for my birthday. I actually sat down and I have enjoyed watching the whole thing. I'm just mad that it wasn't quite. I'm mad at it that it wasn't exactly what I remembered. Mostly because all I ever remembered was the vehicles and them looking cool. Unfortunately, this part of the complaint is something they can't have fixed. There were 12 discs to make this series up on DVD. And it wasn't until like the last 3 or 4 that we finally started to add more of the vehicles in. Like we had some of the original line in there and the same original characters. And it wasn't until the very end that we added more characters. That kind of stunk because this toy line was huge. And we were stuck with the same, like, 3 bad guy vehicles at best at any given time. And the same good guy vehicles, the same, like, 3 or 4 good guy vehicles all the way through. That's the biggest sad and the one that they couldn't have worked around. More than likely, the cartoon was already created and made up before this line was already added in. They were probably rushing to squeeze these other characters and vehicles in at the end. Right before they effectively ended the show, because these kind of shows didn't tend to last very long. The vehicles did look really cool on screen. Whatever we did have on, though, was awesome. The stories were kinda... And especially at the beginning, the acting was so plastic. The most plastic of plastic. The comparison, you look at G.I. Joe. Duke starts talking on TV. You knew he was really into it. Scarlet, right there, first episode. Even back when this was just a 5-part miniseries, they were emoting. They were adding emotion to their voice. They were working it. I don't think it was till about halfway through that the leader of Mask, Matt Tracker, didn't just sound like he was just reading words off a piece of paper and not thinking about it. Hi, everyone. Okay, I guess we're going to have to go save the day. Okay, let's call down our mask. I got our masks. Yay. All right, Spectrum, use your vision. I use my vision. I see things. Okay, get in the car. All right, we'll start the car and turn it into a plane, and it's a plane. Yay. All right, let's go. Son, you did bad things. You ran away and you went and did stuff I told you not to do. You're going to be in trouble. I was like, oh my, just any emotion. Any emotion in your voice there, buddy. You got nothing for us. You're giving me zeros. I feel flatness. And the biggest gripe of all, probably, the one that is the cardinal sin of all kids' television shows. The relatable character. Alright, as a kid, the only thing I cared about were cool vehicles and cool guys flying around the cool vehicles. I did not care about a relatable character. I did not care about Scott Tracker. In absolutely every single episode, we have the leader's son, Scott Tracker. He's there, going exactly where his dad tells him not to do, doing exactly what he's not supposed to do, getting into trouble, and he has the bumbling robot sitting with him named T-Bob, which turns into kind of a scooter. A friend of mine did have the toy as a kid. It was a very lame toy. I mean, really, it just kind of like a seat kind of popped out and his arm scrunched in and a wheel came out of the bottom. It was so lame. The character is so stupidly willing to get himself into trouble. Like, knowingly going to get into trouble. Not like, I'm going to go over here because it looks fun. No, it's like, I'm going to go over here because I think the bad guys are there and I'm going to get in trouble. I'm like, you're so dumb. Scott, where's your mom? Having just watched all this, I would occasionally sing along with the theme song, but with my own words. That starts off with secret agents working overtime, fighting crime. And I would add, because they don't hire enough people. Because why are they working overtime? That does not sell to children. Why would working overtime sell to children? That's why Dad's not home. Because Dad's working overtime. That's not a happy thought. That's an annoying part. And later on it was, Tracker's gonna lead the mission. And Spectrum's got such supervision. And I would have changed that too. Tracker's gonna lead the mission. And Scott really needs some supervision. Where's his mom? She was there in episode 2. Where's his mom? Did they get a divorce or did she get run off too? Anyway, yeah. His mom was in episode 2. Never again. He's just hanging around with these dangerous mercs who go out and try and fight Venom. And he gets in trouble all the time. No, I don't hate the show. I wish it was better. It's definitely no G.I. Joe. They would have PSAs at the end of every episode. And kind of unlike G.I. Joe, though, they did directly tie into the environment where the episode was for the PSA. Like, if for some reason they were in Paris, they'd still be in whatever. It'd be Scott and T-Bob, and they'd be dressed up however they were that episode. Possibly in their hotel room, wherever they were at. And T-Bob does something stupid, like astronomically stupid. Like, pouring water on a toaster or something. Okay, that level of dumb. So, and Scott apparently is smart enough to tell T-Bob how dumb he was. One thing is, this is the robot that should know all the things, but you have the kid who's dumb enough to run up to where the dangerous zone is every single episode, having to tell him to not pour water on a toaster or something dumb. Another minor thing was they left in the commercial go-aways, and one of them, they were like, "We have an important mission to do. We'll be right back. We took care of Venom. Now back to the show." I'm thinking is, why didn't we get to watch that? I would rather watch you take out Venom than watch a commercial for Tide, or whatever was on TV at the time. But no, you went on an important mission, and we didn't get to go with you. That's not fair. That's not fair, Mask. But it was a part of my childhood. It was a thing I enjoyed. I spent way more time playing with the my vehicles, my mans. I don't think I used any of the characterizations that were in the show in my playtime, so it was really just I'd watch it for effectively being a giant toy commercial for which vehicle do I need. And yeah, got a lot of vehicles. I don't know where they all end up. I think most of them end up breaking. They weren't quite as stable as G.I. Joe vehicles, so many of them didn't last. Some of them were, some of them weren't. But, such is life. Anyway, that was Mask. Mask. It was okay. Well, did you enjoy that show or toy line as a kid? Any thoughts, etc.? Comment box. Let me know. Love to hear. But don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the little dingly bell for the little dingly bell. Let you know when I post new videos. Who knows? Could be a Daisy video. She loves coming on camera, and you know that. And my Patreon link and my Ko-fi link are in the description box below. If you're so inclined, please feel free to donate there. I appreciate every penny that goes into those accounts. They do help support me and help make you better videos. But for now, again, thank you for spending some time with me. I look forward to seeing you on the next video. I Daisy would love to have you stay pink, pretty, princessy, and fluffy. And we'll see you again real soon. Bye bye.